grow, still can't stop it.
What is up? I am Crypto Mason, and welcome back to the Crypto Mason YouTube channel. Shout out to the Gold Squad. We look for gold in every single aspect of our lives, and we always find it. Now, today we are back for another daily market update. We have a ton of stuff to cover, some very fuddish stuff, fear, uncertainty, and doubt stuff happening. We're going to talk what Biden is saying about crypto. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff, man. So stay tuned until the end of the video. Make sure you drop a like. Also, make sure you're following me on Twitter right here. This is my username right there. So, BTC, there's still no trend. There's no micro trend on Bitcoin. And we've been going sideways, for about 6 days now, right? There's no trend here. Looks like this is a downtrend. Nope. Small uptrend. Nope. Flat. Okay. Really nothing to talk about on Bitcoin, in my opinion. Like, if you were talking about analyzing Bitcoin, you would just be like over analyzing. There's really nothing to talk about here. We either go up and touch 40K or we go up and touch 30. I think it's more likely to touch 30K before 40K. I'm still convinced of that. Okay. And if we hit 40K before we hit 30K, then I'll be wrong, and I'm okay with being wrong. But I do think that we will go down and touch this, especially with all the FUD. We're going to talk about some of the FUD today, and some of the fear in the market. The fear and greed index is still in extreme fear. Now we're getting higher here, right? Like last week was 19, 20, then 24. Last month was at a 27, but the point is we're still in this fear. So if we turn this to the 1 year, you can see this is basically just looking like a period like this, okay? So this was from, basically we dropped from like May 11 down to May 14, massive period where we were just stuck in extreme fear. This is looking like that, and it's looking like we should be getting to the end of it soon in terms of just this chart right here, right? If it follows the pattern, looks we got this big M formation there. So what's the FUD today? We're going to talk about the FUD, but let's zoom out to altcoins first. So right now we see just a pretty stagnant market, 1.68 trillion, the exact same as yesterday at this exact time. Volume's at 86 billion. One thing I noticed is we're approaching 20,000 cryptocurrencies. We're at 17,198 total cryptos, like actual amount of coins, which is very crazy. But if we look at the bubbles today, we've got Wemix pumping here. I definitely need to look into that because that just randomly pops up. We've got Atom and Near down. Definitely would be picking up Near at $10. I believe that's a good buy right there. We've got Convex Finance down. on our buy flow, wanted to show you something on the weekly of this. $16 billion flowing into Ethereum at these prices of 2,400. Dude, obviously, you could be picking up Ethereum for an amazing price right now. If that gets to a 10x, right? If that gets to a 10x, that's literally, if that gets to $10,000, that's literally like a 4x right there. So a 4x on ETH versus Bitcoin just getting to 100K and maybe making like a 2.7x. I think that's a great trade up right there, or trade off. So what's the FUD causing these dumps? By the way, they're trying to make this like Bitcoin is dumping right now. Bitcoin's not dumping. Like, it's not dumping hard. Like, we've been at like 37,000, right? We did dump a little bit here to 35,000, but we're still like we're not going to like 30K. Like, we're not going to 30K off this specific news, okay? They're trying to make it like, oh, Bitcoin and other cryptos dropping because Biden releases White House plans, But what are these plans? There are reports suggesting that the White House is planning to regulate crypto as a matter of national security, causing Bitcoin and other cryptos to drop. That's all they have here, okay? That's all they have on this article. So Blockworks, I don't know how you couldn't get more info on this. didn't want to pay for the other article. But they're trying to regulate this as a matter of national security. What do I think about that? I think it just makes sense, dude. From their perspective, obviously crypto is not a matter of national security, in my opinion. But in their opinion, I can see how it would be, because it's threatening their entire thing. It's threatening their nation, actually. Their financial nation. But we have some rebuttal happening from crypto leaders. We have launched a political action committee to back congressional candidates. What is this? Basically, a bunch of crypto leaders came together and they've made a new PAC, which is a political action committee. It's called the GMI PAC. I think that's going to make it PAC, like NGMI, but they took the N off. Going to make it PAC, I think. The new committee will back congressional candidates in the 2022 midterm elections who work to give consumers and innovators the opportunity to build and use next generation technology services here in America. So basically, this is like a keep innovation in America type of deal. Like, keep innovation in the US. That's what they want, and that just makes sense. Like, it's super obvious that the US could push innovation out all the way to China, like push it overseas. And if they do that, we're going to fall behind, and they should know that right away. Like, even someone like me understands that. Like, stop pushing the innovation out. Like, we've got you at checkmate. We've got them at checkmate. They just need to accept it. Who's making up this PAC? Well, you have a bunch of important people. CMS Holdings co-founder Dan, Framework Ventures, Vance Spencer, FTX, somebody from FTX, Multicoin Capital, Masari, Blockchain Capital, Skybridge Capital, bunch of people, right? He says this is long overdue. They're going to spend $20 million in the 2022 cycle and is currently evaluating candidates in Texas. So basically, we're voting out the people who don't support crypto, and we're trying to keep in and boost up the people who do. It's simple. So this puts an incentive for those candidates to support crypto. And we already see that with the Texas governor here. By the way, okay, the Texas governor right here turns to Bitcoin miners to bolster the grid. This is the weirdest strategy, in my opinion. He's basically saying, let's invite a bunch of Bitcoin miners in so that their computers demand so much electricity that someone would come along to build more power plants, which is something that Texas badly needs. So don't just build the power plants. No, create the problem and then hopefully get the solution. I don't know. I like this. I like that he's accepting Bitcoin, in Texas. They're trying to make it legal tender as well. Yeah, interesting. Interesting right there. So let's talk about QNT, okay? Max says QNT has been a tough couple of months, not just for quant across the board. The amount of negativity and anxiety is at an all-time high. Just remember that Gilbert, the CEO of Quant, mentioned that there is a lot planned for 2022 and it's bigger than 2021. So look at this chart. Okay, Quant is one of my favorite charts, right? It's been for a while. And what I want to show you, so we tracked this entire yellow X move right here perfectly. And I called it that those yellow X's, when you get a bunch of yellow X's on Market Cypher, that is seller exhaustion. We came down all the way like a snake, a grim reaper, and I called this pump right here off of the indicators of the yellow X's, right? Because what we could see is like it's bound to shoot up like right now, and it did shoot up. We in fact went all the way to 229. Then we continued flat, and now we've been dumping again. Okay, one thing I want to show you is look at the volume. There is a lot of volume propping this up at $85, from $85, right? $90. The volume picked up substantially when we hit those levels right there. The volume also was spiking when we were hitting 150 here. So So I thought 150, and I have this blue box there, as you can see, for that the range of, and we did wick off that a couple more times, like 2 more times, right, on multiple or 2 different days. So that zone was perfectly placed. But look at these, look at the volume. So basically what I'm saying is, like, this is a bottom for quant. It seems to have found its bottom. Now, I do think it actually could continue to break through that, and that would be horrible. The main thing, and now this is kind of bad for quant, but anyone who bought here or here or here or here is in the negative now. So some of those people might be wanting to sell at break even and just get out. That means that when we try to come back up, there's going to be a lot of resistance. When we try to come back up, there's going to be a lot of resistance. Like, for me, I'm a long-term holder. I do not care if we go back to $50. I am buying more. I don't care. This is just me now, right? But if you bought in at like $28 and you just want to take some profits, I mean, you're still basically triple, right? But I do expect this possibly to get down to that 50, but it'll be tough to get there, in my opinion. Now, this Tectonic Coin has been trending. I've been getting asked about this a million times. What do I think of this? I do not want to promote this in case it turns bad. I don't like this at all, these zeros. I do not like how they've came out with this supply. I've checked out the project. It looks decent, but I want to talk about the larger idea here. This is built on Kronos. What is Kronos? Well, Kronos is the CRO chain. It's the crypto.com chain, right? And they have a few projects, notable projects built on them. And we're on DeFi Llama here. We can see the total value locked is 1.9 billion on Kronos. It has been going up in the last 24 hours. VVS Finance dominance is at 61%. So VVS Finance, and we have Tectonic Finance now. So a lot of these .finance projects coming out. What I want to say is you must watch this ecosystem. Just watch this ecosystem, right? 1.9 TVL, whereas Binance Smart Chain has something like 12 TVL, 13 billion TVL. Phantom has 9 billion. So there's a lot of room for growth in the total value locked here. And there's a lot of room for just better projects to be built on this, right? Currently, VVS Finance is topping that, and now this Tectonic Finance. So I am not telling you to invest in this. I'm telling you to keep an eye on the Kronos chain, okay? Moving on, Metamask has a new feature for institutional custody. Basically, this is competing with Fireblocks. It is a DeFi offering for institutions. So just wait until we have institutions playing in DeFi heavy, right? Billions of dollars sloshing around in DeFi, getting staked, getting put in farms. It's going to be amazing. Now we have this Google Cloud article coming out. Google Cloud is hiring a legion of blockchain experts to expand its business. They do mention Hedera in this article, but it's not in a crazy light here. It's Google Cloud customers include blockchain companies such as Dapper Labs, Hedera, and Theta Labs. So all they're saying is that Hedera uses Google Cloud. Not too crazy. Now, the IRS starting this summer wants to scan your face, okay? Starting this summer, you'll need to provide a video of your face to access the IRS website. This is a major expansion of the use of facial recognition software by the government. This is because of an $86 million contract with the IRS, with the IRS from ID.me. Dude, what have I been telling you? The government realizes that the people trust private corporations more than they trust freaking governments, more than they trust their own government. So let's link up with an ID.me. Let's do a contract, private company, third party, just like all the Pfizer, blah, blah, blah. It's all private companies. Tesla. People trust Tesla. People trust Elon more than the government, right? Get ready to scan your face is all I can say. And we have Cynthia Loomis saying oppose. She tweeted out oppose, so she opposes that. Now, quick speeding through this, we got LeBron James launching a Bitcoin and crypto education program for kids. Literally amazing. I love LeBron James. LeBron James Foundation joins Crypto.com in Web3 education drive. Very cool. Big things happening there. We also have one of the dumbest articles I've ever seen. I'm sorry, Finbold, but this is a stupid article. Crypto community with over 80% historical accuracy sets XRP price for February 2022. They have written an entire article based on CoinMarketCap's little stupid feature of price estimates. So what this is basically anyone who goes onto the XRP page, any noobs can set a price target here with it can be anyone. So we got 3,000 votes, 6,000 votes, 1,000 votes. And basically this is showing that by the end of January, we're going to be at 95 cents on XRP. And then by the end of February, 93. Like, this is really dumb. So Finbold, I just wanted to put that in there. Finbold, what a horrendous article. Like, who wrote this, dude? Justinas Baltruastitisas. What the heck is that name, dude? Oh my. Justinas Baltrusatis. Okay, of course you're writing weird articles, dude. No offense. But that is what we've got for the daily market update. By the way, this 12-hour momentum wave is still basically tracking with my line. Okay, it's still basically tracking. Now, I do want to move this out, like, you know, maybe it's sort of tracking. We got to move it like this, I guess. Hopefully that actually does track and we pump up a little bit. I mean, we're pretty close to 40K, so I might be wrong on that. That is all we've got. Daily market update. Appreciate all of you. Not much going on in the markets. A lot of FUD, White House BS. Watch how it plays out. Bitcoin still sort of holding strong. At least we have not broken that 30K to the downside yet. And I say that just because I do think it's going to hit 30K. Make sure you follow Instagram, Twitter, join the Telegram. And I love every single one of you. And goodbye.
Still